Manuel, obviously your style, you're very committed to attacking football, which generally makes City very good to watch. But at a time when your players are struggling a little bit or underperforming, is there not a sort of a reason or an advantage in making a few changes that might help them rediscover the form and cover up some of the weaknesses that other opponents are exposing at this moment in time?
I think that we are always making different changes, not only in names of the players, but also in the way we play. If you review the last games, during the game, I always make some changes to try to improve some performance in defending and attacking.
Manuel, do you feel under any greater pressure going into this game because you're at the Capital One Cup? You're behind Chelsea in the league. You're struggling in the Champions League. This season is not going as well as last season. So, do you feel that you need to, you talk about the players having a confidence issue? Have you got a confidence issue? Are you still behind your methods?
I don't know what is pressure.
So you don't feel pressure.
That. I think that it's very difficult to analyze the season in this moment when you are just in October, when you are just playing 9 games of Premier League, when you don't know if you are going to qualify or not going to qualify in the Champions League. It's reality that we are eliminated in Capital One. Maybe last year we were the only team that we continue in Capital One. So maybe the other teams will have more difficult this season when you have to play so many games.
Manuel, given how good these players are and the fact they won the title last season and their experience, have you been surprised just how much their form has fallen apart in these last 3 games?
No, because I think that always in the season you have better moments and bad moments. I think that it's not that I think. If you review the last year what we are doing this moment, I think that we are not playing better than today, and maybe they criticize we're exactly the same that today. So it's normal. It's not good to do it, but normally all the teams had a moment in the season that you are not in your best moment. It's important to be at the beginning of the season, not at the end of the season.
So given all that, do you feel your team might actually go the other way and click and maybe perform very well against Manchester United, maybe give them a bit of a lesson here?
I am sure that our team will be, again, a strong team that we play, I repeat, not the whole last year, but maybe in the second half of the last year. We continue with our target from this season, to try to defend our title, to try to continue Champions League. And maybe last year we did it better in Capital One, but you don't know if maybe this year we can win FA Cup. So the future is very difficult to know what will happen.
Do you think, Manuel, one of the differences this season is that there might be less margin for error, given how much stronger Chelsea look, and they've obviously had the benefit of an extra season?
I don't think that because Chelsea has 2 points more than last year or 3 points more, I don't know how. In last year, in this moment, Arsenal has the same points or 1 less, I think, that Chelsea today. I don't think that you can be sure that will be continuing the whole year. We are not fighting against Chelsea only. We're fighting against all the big teams, and everyone has their chances to win the Premier League. That is one competition. We are trying to repeat to continue in Champions League, and we will try this year to win FA Cup also. At the end of the season, we can analyze and we see all different conclusions about that.
Manuel, do you feel you're facing a stronger United this year, one that can challenge, or do you feel they're still in a transitional period and you can take advantage of that?
What is strongest?
Do you feel that you're facing a stronger United team this year than the one you faced and beat last season?
Similar. I think that both teams are in a similar moment. I know we are not more stronger. I think that's Manchester United brought this year very important players. I think that they're also in a moment that when you start with a new manager, when you play, it's not easy to start. Maybe same thing happened with me last year. So I think that there are similar moments.
Manuel, the 3 games that you've lost to Newcastle, West Ham and Stoke, those oppositions have played the same style of football against you. And there have been some claims that City have been found out, that your secret of how you play has been found out. Do you need to find a different way of playing to actually prevent teams finding you out?
I don't agree with you that the conclusion that they know how we play, that's why they can do it. I think that every manager knowing the way the other teams play. I normally think that the performance of the play in that game makes the difference. I just said that the best, the last 2 games that I include, Stoke, maybe not so in so amount of chances, but the goalkeeper was the best player of their team. I don't know if you as a manager can suppose that.
Manuel, the club was offered Angel Di Maria when he was being sold by Real Madrid. Can you explain to us why you didn't think you needed him in your squad?
Yes, I think it's very easy. I suppose that you also know we have an important restriction about budget this year. We cannot spend the money that United pay for Di Maria. We have an important restriction about the amount of players that we can have this year, and also the amount of money that we can spend. Very easy question.
If you had not had that restriction, do you think you would have been a rival to buy him?
That's supposition. I don't know. I don't think it's good today to answer that things. We had the restriction and we had to do it.
Do you think he's a very dangerous player ahead of this game?
Di Maria, I think he's a very good player, but he's not the only good player that has Manchester United. But he's a very good player.
And you have obviously worked in Spain. Are you surprised that Madrid sold him?
So difficult for me to talk about things that I know why he's so. If you ask me if he's a good player, I think he's a good player and a very useful player for every team. But the reason why Real Madrid sold him, I really don't know.
Okay, Sundays outside, please.
Ready? Thanks.
Thank you.